So our client today is having an issue that his foot has been hurting. The pinky toe, little toe is hurting. Both side?
Yes.
All right, so both side, as you can see, it's red, okay? And it's warm. It's a little puffy. You can see right there is puffy. And his ankle also is puffy. So, and it's both sides. All right. So you can see it's really puffy. So swelling. So we're gonna perform a manual lymphatic drainage today with this client, okay? So to do that, we're gonna do wake up the lymph nodes for our client. So, and every manual lymphatic drainage I use arnica. Okay, I do not use oil, I use arnica. Unless I'm doing a Brazilian lymphatic drainage. So since our focus is the foot, we will not palpate the axilla lymph nodes. It's only the inguinal, which is here, both sides, and the popliteal, which is behind the knees, and of course we're gonna do the cervical, okay, and the stomach. All right, so we're gonna start now. So we're gonna start with 5 deep breathing. Okay, deep breath. Okay, so when you deep breath, you're going to deep breath that through your nose and very slowly. And when you exhale through your nose and slowly, okay? Okay, do it again. Good, push my hands. That's awesome. Now exhale. Doing great. Good. Now we're going to palpate the, okay. So I like to put just a little bit of the arnica to help me to grip the skin. All right. So we're doing 7 times or more. I always inform my client that I'm doing this in every manual lymphatic drainage I do because I don't want them to think that I'm choking them. Okay. So we have a lot of lymph nodes in our neck, so I'm just like stimulating them, ready to receive the lymph. And now we're gonna do the shoulder. Okay. So here. So it's just doing like that. And you can go back and do it some more. And we can do the back of the head, the base of the head. Okay, can't see it, but my hands is like this at the base of the head. And you kind of like press a little and then go down. Then right here, above the traps. Neck again. Okay. And then right here. All right. Now we're gonna go down. We're gonna work on the stomach. So here we really need to work on our stomach, okay? We're going to activate our thoracic duct. Okay? Ready for the big job. Manual lymphatic drainage and the abdominal is also great session for relieving the constipation. Okay, if you can bend your knees, now bend the knees, that way we can really dig in here. Okay, any pain?
No.
No, okay. So I'm just gonna right here in the iliac crest, okay? So you can see it's like that, okay? And I'm gonna stack my hand, dig in, and then I'm gonna move inward. So that's why this is really good for constipation, because you're really doing a lot of work on the abdominal here. Sometimes if my client is constipated, I can actually feel it. I have few clients reporting me that they got a really good time in the restroom after the manual lymphatic drainage. And it does help. Okay, you can do this 7 to 10 times or more if you want, if you have time. Okay, so I'm just gonna find the iliac crest right here, okay? And then I'm gonna put the spine on my hand and then push and then inward, okay? Push and inward, not too hard though, just enough. Any pain here?
No.
No. And always check into the client if they're having any pain or anything. Because we're not here to give discomfort to our clients. Okay. Now it's like a rib cage here, and then I'm gonna use the spine of my hand. Okay. So the rib cage, and then dig in, and then go inward. Okay, and also do the solar flex. So did you see why it works really good for constipation? Because you're really working all the area of the abdomen. Okay, and then I go to the rib cage again. Sometimes it's very tight muscles on the abdomen. This one can actually also help release tension. All right, relax the knees. Now we're gonna do the breathing. Okay, deep breath, push my hands up. Okay, again, let's do it again. When you inhale, you're going to do it through your nose. Oh, okay. And that's good. Keep going. Good. I know that when the client is doing really good because the stomach keep racing. The stomach moves and up and down. Keep doing. This client right here, he's really breathing really good. It's awesome. Keep going. Keep going. Okay. More. We're not really pushing the stomach here really hard. We're just following the breathing. We're just following the breathing of the client. That's all we're doing. We're not putting pressure, a lot of pressure at all, and creating discomfort. Good. Now we're gonna cover. We do not need to do that anymore there, that area. Now we're gonna work on the inguinal. Okay. So I will actually form a V, or however you wanna drape your client. Okay. So I kind of like that. There. And just tuck it in. Tuck it in. Just kind of like to show that area there. Okay. And I also inform my client, this is also in my intake form, that I will be working in this area, so that way it's not new to them. Okay, to inform them, and it's just gonna ask that consent that we'll be working in this closed area. The reason why is because there's a lot of lymph nodes here. If you don't work in this area, I can see lymph nodes is a little bit swollen, a little bit. Feel it. If you don't work in this area and you're doing lymphatic drainage, your lymphatic drainage is useless. It's not working. Okay, so you have to work this. This is the very, very important part if you're doing lymphatic drainage on the legs. Okay, so this is unexcusable. This is a must. Any pain here?
No.
No? Okay. So always ask your client if there is any discomfort or anything. A little bit deeper, not too deep to hurt the client, a little bit deeper to stimulate the lymph nodes in this area. Okay. Then I need a little bit of arnica. Arnica always help me. Okay. All right, so here and here. Okay, so you go down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. Good. And then here, straight up. Okay. Well, it's the bone of the hip right here, right there. Okay, and then put your fingers, our hands, and go like that. Does it tickle?
Yes.
Okay. It's got some tension there. A really tight quad. Okay, now we're gonna work on the knees. Knees, lymph nodes is also very important. This is a deeper lymph nodes in the popliteal. Okay. So we're gonna work the back of the knees. Okay. Then my hand is gonna be like this. The popliteal. Okay. So you're gonna look at that knees. It's kind of like moving. Yeah, it's like racing up. Okay, so you really need to move that. And then here you go, kind of like stretch that skin. Yeah, stretch that skin. Do not move the patella. Okay, so you go like that. Just move the skin. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Just move the skin. And then here, sometimes people have fluid build up here. So don't forget to work on that area. Circular motion. All right. And if it's very tight, you can keep going. And if it's very tight, you can give the client a myofascial release. Okay? Think like that. Because sometimes they're very, very tight. And a little myofascial release make a difference. Or skin twisting. Okay, if it's tight. There you go. And then don't forget to work on the joints. Joints mobilization helps fluid flow. Okay, so there's a lot of swelling here in the foot. Okay, so straight that one. So I'm gonna take a picture of this one so we can make a difference on this one later. All right. Go the other side. Okay, so our focus here, the foot, okay? But since we're doing a lymphatic drainage, we're still gonna work the whole legs, even we're only focusing the foot, okay? We're still gonna work all the whole legs because we're draining the fluid going to the inguinal. So that means we're going to clear this, and then work on this one. As you can see, there's a lot of swelling on the foot, okay? So we're gonna clear. It's already, the lymph nodes is already, we already stimulate the lymph nodes. So now we're just gonna clear this area first, and then we clear this area, and then we eventually work on the foot. Okay, all right, so we're gonna clear the area. So proximal first, okay? So that's how you clear. So it's kind of like a moon shape, crescent, half moon, okay? Down and up, down and up. Or you can also do like that, okay? No pressure. Pull and stretch, pull and stretch, pull and stretch, pull and stretch. So pull and stretch, pull and stretch. Pump, circular, pump, circular, pump, circular. Again, pump, pump, pump. This is you can also do like this, okay? This is very, very relaxing. Look at my client, he's sleeping. Okay. You right? You're tensing up. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Any pain? Okay. The more repetition it is, the better. So really tight calves, really congested. Sometimes that's a tendency that the ankle or the foot is swelling. So I'm gonna put some myofascial release here because it's so tight. Joints. What I would not do here is massage gun because I'm working the fluid here, and I will definitely not putting a lot of pressure here. That is too intense. That creates inflammation, so I will avoid that. Okay. So no oil because oil slides the hand. A little arnica is the better. So definitely no oil. And do not be scared to stretch the skin either. Get more arnica. All right, I'm gonna work on the foot. See, that's so swollen.